downtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
To throw again is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Pushing his way through. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down inside the 30. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Powell. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Mahomes will throw for it. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Wilson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Taco Charlton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They run with Hines. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, there's extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Second and 5 now. Mahomes flushed out right. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.